Imagine this. Your brain, the very thing that makes you you, is sitting quietly at the top of your body, waiting for its lifeline, blood. But picture those lifelines, your arteries, narrowing slowly like traffic lanes, closing one by one on a busy highway. No horns, no warning lights, just a silent jam building up inside. And here's the scary part. You don't feel it until it's almost too late. But what if I told you, right now, in your kitchen, you already have the power to keep those highways wide open, to keep your brain sharp, your memory clear, and your risk of stroke dramatically lower, simply with the foods you eat. Stay with me, because today I'll show you 7 everyday foods and 1 special morning drink that can help sweep your arteries clean. No gimmicks, no extremes, just science, simplicity, and a lot of flavor. Let's start with something we often forget. Your arteries are not just boring pipes carrying blood. They are living, flexible highways lined with delicate cells that open and close like little valves to regulate flow. Over the years, though, these arteries can stiffen and collect plaque, a mix of cholesterol, fat, and calcium. The tricky part? You don't feel this happening. It doesn't cause pain the way a cut or a bruise does. Instead, it sneaks up on you, quietly reducing the blood supply to your brain. That's why high blood pressure, cold fingers, tingling in your toes, or even unexplained fatigue in your 60s and beyond are not random annoyances. They are often your body whispering, "Hey, something's clogging the flow." Ignoring those whispers can raise your risk of stroke or memory loss without you even realizing it. But here's the uplifting truth. You don't need to wait for a crisis. You can protect your brain and arteries starting with your next meal. When people think of salmon, most picture a grilled fillet with a squeeze of lemon. But I want you to see it differently, as a piece of medicine disguised as dinner. Salmon is packed with omega-3 fatty acids, which are essentially the brain's version of premium motor oil. Without them, the gears of memory and focus grind down over time. With them, the brain hums along, flexible and sharp. Scientific studies, including large ones by the American Heart Association, show omega-3s lower triglycerides, reduce artery inflammation, and even stop platelets from sticking together like glue. That means fewer dangerous clots and smoother circulation. The key is choosing wisely. Wild salmon from Alaska or the North Pacific is rich in omega-3s, but low in mercury. Farmed salmon can still help, but often carries fewer benefits. 2 to 3 servings a week, about the size of your palm, are enough to keep those arteries smooth. Just don't drown it in heavy sauces or deep fry it. Instead, let the fish shine, baked with herbs, steamed with vegetables, or grilled with a hint of garlic. When you think of salmon, think of it as brain oil on a plate, keeping your inner highways smooth and clear. Now picture a garden hose. Over time it stiffens, cracks, and the water struggles to flow. That's what happens to arteries with age. Enter pomegranate, a fruit that works like warm water loosening that hose. Inside its jewel-like seeds lie polyphenols and anthocyanins, plant compounds that boost nitric oxide in your body. Nitric oxide is nature's way of saying, relax. It tells blood vessels to open wide and let blood surge through. Studies in the journal Atherosclerosis show pomegranate juice can reduce carotid artery wall thickness by nearly 1/3 in just a year. That's not a minor change. That's life-saving. Beyond widening arteries, the antioxidants fight oxidative stress, slowing down the rusting process inside your vessels. The best part? It's easy to enjoy. Sprinkle the seeds on salads, blend them in smoothies, or drink pure pomegranate juice. Just make sure it's unsweetened. No extra sugars sneaking in. And if peeling one feels messy, remember the water bowl trick. Loosen the seeds under water and watch the bitter pith float away. It's quick, clean, and leaves you with ruby treasures ready to protect your brain. Most people think of greens like lettuce or spinach, but arugula deserves the spotlight. This peppery leaf carries dietary nitrates, which the body turns into nitric oxide, that same artery-relaxing molecule pomegranate promotes. The difference? Arugula works fast. In a study from the University of Exeter, people eating nitrate-rich greens saw blood pressure drop within hours. Arugula also brings vitamin K, the quiet manager that makes sure calcium stays in your bones instead of hardening in your arteries. Plus, folate in arugula lowers homocysteine, an amino acid that can damage vessel walls when it gets too high. Eating it is almost effortless. Toss it raw in a salad, drizzle a little olive oil, add cherry tomatoes, and you have a brain-boosting side dish in minutes. Prefer warm meals? A quick sauté with garlic makes it mellow but still powerful. Just buy it fresh, use it quickly, and pair it with beets or citrus to supercharge its effects. With every bite, you're helping your vessels stay supple, flexible, and open for business. Let's move to something creamier, the avocado. Once dismissed as too fatty, avocados are now recognized as artery bodyguards. They're full of monounsaturated fats that lower LDL, the bad cholesterol, while raising HDL, the good one that clears out blockages. Think of HDL as your arteries cleaning crew. Avocados also deliver potassium, which balances sodium in your body. Too much salt raises blood pressure, but potassium acts like a calming hand on the vessel walls. Add vitamin E to the mix, fighting oxidative stress, and you have a fruit that shields your arteries on multiple fronts. Adding it is effortless. Spread on toast, mash into guacamole, blend into smoothies, or dice into salads. Just remember, moderation. Half an avocado a day gives you the benefits without tipping into excess calories. When ripe, it should yield slightly under your thumb. Too hard, and you'll get bitterness instead of that buttery goodness. Every slice you add is another layer of protection for your brain and blood vessels. Now we shrink things down. Chia seeds are so small they almost look insignificant, but inside each lies a pharmacy of benefits. Rich in alpha-linolenic acid, a plant-based omega-3, they also provide soluble fiber that soaks up cholesterol like a sponge and escorts it out of the body. Studies show high-fiber diets reduce LDL cholesterol and triglycerides, the very culprits of artery clogging. Chia seeds also contain vitamin E, another antioxidant bodyguard for your vessels. What makes them fun is their versatility. Sprinkle them over yogurt, stir into oatmeal, or toss into a smoothie. When soaked in liquid, they transform into a gel, creating pudding-like textures. That gel isn't just tasty, it slows digestion, stabilizes blood sugar, and keeps you feeling full longer. One tip, always let them soak. A spoonful in water for 15 minutes creates the gel that your body digests best. Small as they are, chia seeds are daily protectors of both your arteries and your memory. If there's one ingredient that deserves the title liquid gold, it's extra virgin olive oil. Harvested gently without heat, it retains polyphenols that calm inflammation and protect vessels from oxidative stress. The landmark Spanish pre-dime trial proved it. Older adults at high cardiovascular risk who ate a Mediterranean diet rich in olive oil had far fewer strokes. Olive oil's fats act like a lubricant for stiff vessels, keeping them flexible. That means better blood flow, better oxygen supply to the brain, and sharper memory. The beauty of olive oil is its simplicity. A drizzle over salad, a dip for bread, or a light sauté for vegetables. Just avoid deep frying at high heat, which destroys its compounds. 1 or 2 tablespoons daily is enough. When shopping, look for extra virgin in dark bottles with a harvest date. A slightly peppery aftertaste means it's fresh and full of polyphenols. Each drop is like applying oil to squeaky hinges, helping your inner machinery run smoothly. Sometimes the best medicine tingles. Cayenne pepper, with its fiery capsaicin, literally wakes up your circulation. It triggers blood vessels to release nitric oxide, opening them up and letting blood rush more freely to the brain. Capsaicin also calms vessel inflammation and may even lower blood pressure by improving elasticity. Plus, it raises metabolism slightly, helping maintain a healthy weight, which in itself protects arteries. Don't worry, you don't need to drown your food in fire. A pinch in soups, eggs, or roasted vegetables is enough. Even a tiny dash in a citrus smoothie adds a warming surprise. Just start slow if you're new to spice. Think of cayenne as a gentle nudge, telling your blood, flow better, faster, freer. Now, let's step into the morning. Imagine starting your day not with coffee alone, but with a golden drink that primes your arteries for health. Lemon brings vitamin C to strengthen artery walls. Ginger adds gingerol compounds that reduce clotting and calm inflammation. Turmeric contributes curcumin, which keeps vessels open and helps dissolve excess fat in the blood. Together, they're a team of healers. Stir them into warm water, add black pepper to supercharge curcumin absorption, and you have a cup of liquid protection. Drink it daily, and you may notice warmer fingers, clearer thinking, and more steady energy. It's not magic. It's consistent science in a mug. Now, let's get practical. How do you actually fit all this into real life without feeling like you're on some complicated health retreat? The answer is simple. One swap at a time. Replace butter on your toast with avocado slices. Swap your cooking oil for extra virgin olive oil. Add a spoonful of chia seeds to your morning yogurt. Grill salmon twice a week instead of red meat. Sprinkle cayenne on your eggs. Drink that lemon ginger turmeric tea first thing in the morning, and for dessert, grab a handful of pomegranate seeds. None of this requires perfection. It's about building habits that quietly, consistently sweep your arteries clean. Think of it like brushing your teeth. One brushing doesn't prevent cavities, but doing it daily creates protection over years. The same goes for your arteries. Consistency matters more than perfection. We've come a long way together, haven't we? We started by picturing those arteries silently narrowing like clogged highways, and we ended up exploring a colorful table of foods that can keep them clear. But here's the most important part I want you to take away. None of this is about perfection. It's about gentle, consistent choices that add up. Your health isn't decided by one meal or one snack. It's written across weeks, months, and years of what you do most of the time. That means every time you choose salmon over processed meat or drizzle olive oil instead of grabbing the margarine, you're making a powerful investment in your future. I know it can feel overwhelming when people throw long lists of do this and don't eat that at you. But the truth is, the best way to protect your arteries and your brain isn't about cutting out everything you love. It's about adding in more of the foods that serve you. When your plate looks colorful, vibrant, and alive, with greens, reds, yellows, and fresh flavors, your body feels it, your brain feels it, and you'll notice over time that those small choices bring real changes. Maybe it's warmer fingers in the winter, fewer dizzy spells when you stand up, or even sharper recall when you're chatting with family. Those are not accidents. That's your body saying, "Thank you for giving me what I needed." I also want to remind you of something deeper. Your brain is more than just an organ. It holds your memories, your laughter, your wisdom, your ability to recognize the faces of people you love. Protecting your brain isn't just about avoiding disease. It's about protecting the moments that make life worth living, remembering the punchline of a joke, recalling the smell of your favorite meal, or being able to tell stories to your grandchildren. When you protect your arteries, you protect your stories, your relationships, your very identity. And that's worth every small effort. So don't think of this as a strict plan. Think of it as giving a gift to your future self, a gift of clarity, of independence, of being able to enjoy life with a sharp mind and a strong body. Every time you sit down to eat, ask yourself, am I giving my arteries something that will help them stay open, flexible, and alive? If the answer is yes most of the time, then you are already winning. And if you're listening right now thinking, but I've already made mistakes, I've already eaten poorly, maybe it's too late for me, let me reassure you, it is never too late. Studies show that even small dietary changes later in life can slow down plaque buildup, lower blood pressure, and improve circulation. You don't need to reverse everything overnight. You just need to begin. Whether you're 60, 70, or 80, your body still responds. Your arteries are still listening. So here's my challenge for you. Tomorrow morning, try that lemon ginger turmeric drink. Let it set the tone for your day. Later in the week, swap one of your usual meals for salmon with greens. Add a sprinkle of chia seeds to your breakfast. It doesn't matter where you start. What matters is that you start. Each choice is like clearing a small traffic jam inside your body. And with every small jam cleared, the road to your brain gets smoother, freer, and brighter. I'll leave you with this thought. Your health is not about fear. It's about hope. It's about knowing you have more power than you think. Silent threats don't have to control your story. You can take back the pen. And with these simple, delicious foods, you're not just feeding your stomach, you're feeding your future. Take care of your arteries, and they will take care of you. Day after day, year after year, memory after memory. Stay curious, stay hopeful, and keep choosing foods that love you back.